Hey everyone, what's up? Probably the worst possible time to do a video as it's thunder and lightning, and I have lost my power before. Originally, I thought I would entitle this video My Worst Nightmare. However, having been involved in fighting in wars, I thought, nope, I deal with many more nightmares than just in a racing game. Originally, a lot of people that were watching this stream had said, don't do a video. This is kind of what this gentleman from Canada that is just to my left here now in the Lamborghini. It's probably what he wants. He wants the attention. However, thinking about it today, I couldn't not do the video, maybe for myself, maybe for others, because I started my YouTube channel to openly talk about mental health. And this race really affected my mental health. Gran Turismo for me since November of last year has been a huge impact on my mental health. It's given me something to look forward to. It's changed my motivation in life. It's just impacted me greatly. So to have a race like this, that you've seen a few incidents, which are really nothing for what's about to come. In races, we see one person getting sent flying, punted, if you will, and it's over, it's done with. That person who punted someone else normally leaves the game after that, and it's over with. However, this situation that continued for several laps at every opportunity of me trying to avoid situations, I felt I wanted to share it since it impacted me so greatly. Was there mistakes I did in the race? 100%. I bumped a couple people. This gentleman coming up. Should I have waited? I'm not sure. Maybe. This gentleman again is pushing that guy. Then he takes me out, pushes me off. And the one thing I have learned from Coach Luke is often at this level, B and A, the mistakes that happen are not necessarily on purpose. However, this situation, as you're going to see coming up for a few laps, was very much intentional. This was Red Bull Ring, and it was a mixed lobby between A+ and B. I believe there was 2 A+, 8 or 9 A, and me and a few other B drivers. And I thought, I've got a good pace. This is an opportunity, build up some DR. Until I met this gentleman in the race. Should I have let it go on as long as it did? Probably not. I, at some moments, literally came to almost a dead stop. I thought he would get more penalties, and once he got his penalties, I would be free, and I had good pace. And even though this guy is a driver, I felt I could at least get away. So I slow down, try to avoid the situation, come up beside again, get pushed off. He slows down. I still try to avoid. I probably should have never went alongside him, which is totally my fault. But I think it impacted me so much because I felt helpless. Someone who has the military training and leadership that I do, that I was respected at the rank I was in situations in wars where I had to de-escalate situations, and doing that person to person, I had the skills to do it. However, in a video game, I felt, what do I do? I had no idea what to do. There's people in the chat, go in the pit, avoid them, punt them, all of these different things. So we fast forward and this continues on. And I felt like I was in the schoolyard just being pushed around, and there was absolutely nothing I could do. I felt hopeless. And the fact that it affected me the way it did for a few days, race this week, not too much had stuck with me. But today I felt, you know what? I need to do a video about this to kind of not only share how bad the driving standard at all levels has gotten, but just to share how people use video games and racing as an outlet. So for people like me that come on, race, try to do better, drive clean for the most part. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely. It's an outlet. So to come on and have an experience like this, I feel like I'm just running away with my lunch money, and this guy just will not let it go. I don't know what I did. You know, if there was something that I did, and I'm like, okay, you're right, I was at fault. Would it justify his actions for this many laps? Totally not. You'll see coming up shortly, we start to get past. And I thought this time he ghosted, and I'm like, okay, I can get by, or I can, at least. So he cuts across, hits me again. And I just felt hopeless, like totally hopeless. I don't know. Some people are going to watch this, and I don't get a lot of views and whatnot, and that's totally cool. It's would I like to build up the channel? Absolutely, but pardon me. My goal is to help other people. Whether this would help somebody or share the driving standard, I don't know. I just felt, for me, it was something I just couldn't. It wasn't something I could keep inside. It was something I felt I needed to share, how I felt in the game. Especially since it's a outlet. We're going to fast forward here again. I give him a little bump, just kind of say, hey, like, come on. Can we get over this already? But it didn't stop. He would not let up. He would not let me pass. I don't know what the issue was. And just on and on and on. We're getting past at this point. And the thing with me is I don't give up easy, right? Should I have probably gone in the pits earlier? 100%. But the resilience I have, not only with mental health, but attitude and whatnot, is I refuse to be a stat. And this is the point I kind of regret. Many people in their chat were like, just punt them. It didn't feel great, I'll be honest, because it's not the way I drive. And at this point is where I decided I just need to go in the pits because enough was enough. I would love to hear in the comments if you've made it this far to the video, whether you've experienced something like this in a race, or am I overreacting? I'd be curious to see and hear your comments and feedback. Thanks a lot for stopping in the Mental Pit Stop. I'm Grover, and we'll talk to you later.